Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, Grammy Award winning singer Jill Scott screwed up the national anthem at the Essence Fest in New Orleans. I believe it's called the Essence Fest in New Orleans by changing up the lyrics of the song. Now, I'm glad that this was at the Essence Fest and not at the Super Bowl. Because if that had been allowed at the Super Bowl to change up the lyrics like that, like what I'm about to read right now, it would be an uproar unlike anything anybody would ever know. I mean, even people on the left would be hollering out against it because this is the most craziest, cringiest thing I've heard in quite some time. So let's get right into this. I'm going to get right into this article here. And let me tell you something. I tried to listen to it. There's a clip of her singing, and I tried to listen to it. It stinks. Her singing in this particular area, it stinks. She looked terrible. I mean, when you do crazy things like that, it changes your appearance. It changes your style. It changes your voice. But let's get right into this. Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Jill Scott. And by the way, I admire Jill Scott and I admire her voice and so forth, but this is just ridiculous. Was slammed on social media for changing the lyrics to the national anthem during a recent performance at Essence Fest. And this is apparently what she said. Oh, say can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat in their hands. But you will die in this place and your memory erased, Scott sang into the microphone. Can you believe this retardation? Can you believe that? But let's go on. Where do these people come from, man? I mean, it's ridiculous. It says, oh, say can you see, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slaves, the singer concluded. So let me see, read it again. Oh, say can you see, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slaves, the singer concluded. Social media users quickly took to Twitter to lambast Scott for desecrating the national anthem. And are you surprised? Okay. Many of them pointing out that she has acquired an estimated net worth of $12 million in the country she apparently loathes. A woke rendition of the national anthem where she changed the lyrics to speak about how oppressed black people are, former Republican congressional candidate Laverne Spicer wrote. She says, this is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave. For reference, Jill Scott's net worth is estimated to be $12 million and is likely much higher. In what way is she oppressed? Spicer added, absolutely. Absolutely. In what way is she oppressed? Here's another irony. A woman with a net worth of over $12 million is singing to a packed Caesars Superdome about how bad you have it in America, another echoed. Jill Scott performed this cringe at the Essence Festival in New Orleans, an exclusively black event that celebrates black artists and black women. Home of the slave, huh? Another quip, adding a screenshot of an image showing Scott's net worth to be $12 million. She should move to anywhere else and see how bad she has it here, another commented. I hear Afghanistan is nice. Telling young black people they are victims of oppression they never experienced and doesn't exist today is providing them a crutch they can use to fail in life, another wrote. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. This does not exist today. Back then, yes, but it does not exist today. Why are you poisoning people's minds with this BS? Oh my God, these people make me sick. This is nauseating. Not only is the singing awful, and it was, I heard just a little bit of it, and she sounds terrible. The hateful message is even more repulsive, another stated. And that's the end of that article right there, thank God. Okay, I couldn't stomach any more of it. I couldn't stomach it, and I'm glad that Breitbart reported it was short and to the point. This stinks, it's awful, it's rotten, and I'm so sick and tired of these celebrities, white and black, but particularly black celebrities, farting and pooting and snotting and being butthurt about how oppressive America is to people of color, black people in particular, okay? When it is not. That is a lie. There is no evidence whatsoever of black people collectively and individually in America in 2020 doggone 23 America being oppressed by some systemic race. That is a lie. That is an illusion. And it ticks me off that these celebrities would get up here and yick and yak to thousands of people. Okay, because I don't know nothing about this Essence Fest or whatever that's supposed to be towards black women and black artists. I don't know. That's the first time I ever heard about it. Okay, but for her to get up here and sing that type of nonsense is ridiculous, because I'm pretty sure that the people that were there, it's supposed to be celebrating black accomplishment, black artists and black women, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure that the black women that are there and the black artists that are there are either aspiring to be more successful or are relatively successful. I know she is. And if her estimated net worth is $12 million, she has some money. Okay. She got more than me. My net worth is what, 1,000? I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe not even freaking that. I mean, come on, man. Are you serious? I'm pretty sure a significant number of the people that are there are successful or aspiring to be successful. Why would you sing something like that to these people? Why would you do that? Is someone telling her to say this? Is she so politically aligned with the radical left that you get up before the people and you twist the national anthem? Negro, you're not oppressed. Why would you get up here and see this? All this makes me angry, because when I hear people today, black people today, spit this nonsense to me when I'm on my job, I want to slap all the taste out their mouth. Yes, I said it and I did it. That's what I want to do. I just want to shut up, fool. Tell me how you oppress. I don't know. I hear it in the news. I don't know. Well, then, if you don't know, Dumbo, then don't you think that somebody is planting that in your mind? Wake the heck up, man. This is ridiculous. This is foolish. Okay. You that messed up. And like that one person said, to tell people that you are oppressed today when it is not true, that gives black people an excuse to have a crutch for the rest of their life. Because every time they fail and make a mistake, especially young black people, because you messing up if they hear that kind of crap, you're messing their future up. Because anytime they make a mistake or mess up or fail at something, somebody else stopped them from doing it. Somebody else, some white person in some establishment stopped them from being successful. They go to school and they fail on a test. Oh, the test was designed to cause me to fail. No, you Dumbo, you didn't study or you didn't understand it. Why did you just ask somebody? And I'm being transparent because this angers me. Just ask somebody to help you. You don't go around blaming it on everybody else, but for someone like Jill Scott and any celebrity to sit up here and tell black people that in 2023 America right now, they are oppressed and they're going to be held down from being successful is the lie straight from the pits of hell. There is no evidence for that whatsoever. Don't try to bring it to me. I'm going to do that in my mind, okay? In my mind. Because it's ridiculous. You're destroying people's lives by telling them those lies. All these successful black people in this doggone country, how in the heck did they become successful? Tell me, Jill Scott, or any of these idiots that support this delusion. Tell me how they became their way. Now, some people argue, well, I've heard people say this on it was this one man on, what was that one conservative, Jesse Peterson. He was interviewing him, and this one, and Jesse Peterson, you know how Jesse Peterson is. He says, well, why you always crying? I'm paraphrasing, why you always crying? You know, crying about men, always crying about being oppressed and crying. He said, real men don't cry. And the guy was like, well, I like to, like he's so smart. I like to find out what you mean by real men. And Jesse Peterson said, men that don't act like women. Now, you can interpret that any way you want to, but I understand what he was saying. Okay, you crying and boo-hooing about some delusion you have in your mind of being oppressed. But when someone asks you, in what ways are white people oppressing you, then you can't describe it. Now, you can't take an isolated incident from a white person that might be racist, okay? You can't take that isolated incident and then put it up there and blanket it over everything else. That's pocketed, isolated instances. We're talking about institutionalized racism. We're talking about institutionalized concepts of keeping black people and people of color down and keeping them from being successful. Where is it at? Where is it? Prior to the 60s, I mean, yeah, during that time, yeah. Particularly in the Deep South, yes. But now, no. It's all, it seems, this, let me start summing this up, because this is crazy, because I see the political agenda in this as well. Because it seems like to me that the Democratic Party is so desperate to keep black people on the plantation that they would poison the minds of million-dollar celebrities to push this idea that black people are oppressed in this country. And black people that think that they're oppressed in this country and that racism is everywhere, who are they going to vote for? Who are they going to vote for? The Democratic Party. So it seems like to me that these celebrities like Jill Scott and others that get up before thousands and thousands of people and sometimes millions of people and sing or rant or rave about this kind of oppression has been somehow brainwashed by the Democratic leftist establishment, which controls all of this nonsense, and that the Democrats are so doggone desperate to keep black people chained in their minds to this urban plantation that they're over, that they're willing to get these celebrities up here to spin this retardation, this poison, this hate, this evil to the people's minds. In order to get people to, black people, yeah, we are oppressed. Yeah, we are. Man, come on. Wake the heck up. Wake up. You know what I think? I see people say this a lot. They say, a lot of people, black people are waking up. And I understand you trying to be optimistic. I get it. I get it. And I want to be optimistic too. I really do. I want to be optimistic. I want to be able to really, have in my mind, black people are waking up collectively, But what I surmise is that those are pockets of black people. Okay, those are pockets of black people. Honestly, we got to what? I think when is the election supposed to start? What, in November or something like that? November, I don't forget where you got no, but I forget. I got to look back up. But you know the point. That's months and months and months away. So all the Democrats and liberals have to do is keep spinning the same rhetoric over and over and over again. Since they control most of the mainstream media outlets, that's the poison that most blacks are going to see if they don't depart from that kind of nonsense and start watching other alternative news sources. And lo and behold, when it comes time to vote, like knuckleheads, they're going to cast their votes for the Democrats. Because the Democrats are so doggone desperate, they're willing to brainwash and poison the minds of the people through celebrities like Jill Scott and others. Y'all that desperate? It's crazy. Why don't we have any conservatives doing this? Why don't we have any conservative celebrities doing this? We have a few. You have a few. And maybe I'll surmise it this way. Perhaps we don't have that many conservatives getting up and doing this type of stuff because they face way more persecution than liberals do. Liberals can get away with doing this kind of nonsense and telling these lies. That's a lie. What Jill Scott said is a lie. They can get away with saying lies like that. Conservatives, no. So that might be a reason for that, because they have to suffer the persecution that goes along with it. And that's not very easy. I mean, when you've worked hard all your life to try to become successful, and now you've made it, to say something that's going to get you canceled, you don't want to go through that. And I understand it. Who wants to go through that? That's why I believe you have to have faith in God. You have to have a strong relationship with God, because that's your substance. That's your foundation. So in case you do lose everything for speaking the truth, you have a foundation, and that's God. And whereas they may have taken it away from you, God will bless you again with more than you had the second time around. Can we say Job? God allowed Satan to take Job's family and his health from him. But later on, the Lord blessed him with more than he had the first time. And what's the principle? If a conservative celebrity gets up and tells the truth to millions of people all over, and they suffer for it, okay, and the enemy in the form of these radicals take it all from them, guess what? If that conservative is serving God, they're going to have more the second time around than they did the first time around. I mean, look at what's his name, that conservative reporter. What's his name? Tucker Carlson. How could I forget him, right? Seems now that Tucker Carlson is more popular now than he ever was. Think about it. But that's what I had to say about that, man. That's just ridiculous. What she did was foolish and retarded, and it's a lie, straight from the pits of hell. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.